16th concept more speaks about ethics, business ethics. You have a separate subject of Indian ethos and business ethics in your 4th semester. All these things will be coming in there, called as Daiva Sura Sampad Vibhag Yoga, division of world's wealth into categories: divine wealth and devil or evil wealth. So success causes ego, self-pride, which is very obvious. The moment you become more and more successful, you try developing that ego, that because of me, this company has been so successful. Desire and hunger for more and more achievements amplify, increase, and masks progressive features. So you get yourself looking a very narrow vision, so to say, in management. Eventually, the successful individuals initiates manipulations, and then that person will start doing, after ego, he start doing manipulations to be at that position or going more and more, growing at the later stages. Unfair practices, and he is inclined to become devil or evil, whatever you want. Values are corrupted and ethics are blemished, and Bhagavad Gita makes individuals cautious to keep the devil away from your soul. These are the two types of culture are said to be the culture developed of the organizations. Organizations do have culture. There is a concept in management called as organizational culture. So when we say organization culture, it is always the culture which is developed by the people in that organization. When we talk about, to give you a simple example, the organizational culture which DYPIMR or maybe my institution DYPIMS has, that is a different kind of organizational culture as compared to the other management institutions which are below us as far as rank and the quality of management education is concerned. How that has happened, it cannot be again done overnight. We have to keep on developing years and years, and then only that culture could be developed. So there are some companies, it may be based on your perception, but then that kind of cultures have been developed intentionally by those kind of organizations. So there it could be very simply classified only in two types. One is divine work culture, means the culture is fearless, is purity in their intentions, lot of self-control with everybody, sacrifice for organization, for society, straightforwardness, shrewdness to some extent, self-denial means you will not take credit to about yourself or to you, calmness, absence of fault finding, absence of greed, gentleness, modesty, absence of envy and pride, etc. That etc. is end of thinking capacity. It's actually you have many more things likely to come up, but then you can read it later. That's the point. So these are all positive characteristics which all the divine working culture or Daivic working culture or Sura. Sur means Dev, and Asur means who are not Dev, that is Devil or evil. And Asuri means devilish work culture is which has got a lot of egoism amongst the people. Again, if you see, compare this, we are again talking about the people in the organization, and those people will make the culture accordingly. Delusion, desire-centric, improper performance, work, improper work, greed, envy, egotism, anguish, anger, frustration, and power. And power is Macmillan's theory of need for power, tax evasion, undercutting, bribing, etc. Again, tax evasion could be the best thing which is, we just finished yesterday. Many people will try to avoid taxes. 4 to 5%, or how many? 4 to 5 or some 12% people in India will pay taxes. Rest all try to avoid taxes. Those all belong to this kind of a culture. There are many organizations, their concerned authorities, they show that the company is running in losses so that they don't have to pay taxes. The moment profit comes, all those terminologies in finance, profit before tax, PBT, PABT, all those come into the picture. So if you don't have profit, that concept doesn't come. If people would try to be into that kind of work culture, which is negative, which is avoiding all those things. The same thing written in our manuscript, our own language. So if we see, Bhagavad Gita speaks about 6 verses about divine category, and there are 18 verses about evil. Again, this proves percentage-wise, the categories are more. So we, as an individual human being, also have got many negative connotations, negative intentions in our mind. So those are all evil characteristics which every individual possesses. Same thing, I guess it's the same. There are few examples here. Tatas are one of the best examples of Dairy culture. There is one more person who has got an award, Mohammed Yunus from Bangladesh. He has come out with a microfinance scheme that is now in almost the entire world. So their main intention of starting those kind of ventures is to have a well-developed culture, work culture in the organizations and in the entire country for the society. Whereas all those examples which I have already given, political leaders, there was an airway company, there is IT firm in Pune, there is a diamond merchant, etc. Those all their work culture went into that level, went into that extent that all the companies closed down. So how is your culture that will decide what kind of company you are likely to have? There cannot be anything something like this. Read the titles of the books. Creative accounting, very creative accounting, and you must be joking. Because all the frauds which are happening in the business era, all the frauds are related to money. And that itself, the fraud itself is called money laundering. And whichever I mentioned just now, ED, what are they doing? They are trying to find out all those culprits who have done a lot of adjustments with the money. So when it comes to corruption, it is all about money. We are not talking about behavior and ethics or other areas. When it comes to corruption, it is always with the money. And who does it? I won't specify because camera is recording. You know who are such kind of malpractices. The typical scenario at the time of political elections. Look at this picture. The politician's blood pressure is required to be monitored all the time because they always speak fake. I was talking to you about the 5 senses which we have. And if you have got confidence in management, it is taught to you. If you have got confidence, what is required by you is to have an eye-to-eye contact. And eye-to-eye contact indicates 2 things. One is your confidence, second thing is your truth. So if you happen to see any politician's interview being telecasted on television, you will never see the politician looking at the camera. Mark it. Because first of all, they are not true. They may be confident, but they are not true. So that is the reason why politicians are more falling into that category of Asuri culture. And it is there in the genes which get transferred to the next generation. That's it in this unit, comparatively smaller.